it's Amanda Green from Living a Simple Budget Family Life, and I am in my kitchen today because I'm doing a little bit of a cooking video, and it is part of a collab. I'm doing a penny pincher recipe, and the collab is for a budgeting tips collab, and it's with a YouTube mummy meetup group. So yeah, the video that I'm doing is like I said, a penny pincher recipe, and there's been lots of really cool videos so far, budgeting videos about cash envelope systems, how people save money for their kids, all sorts. So make sure you check out those videos, and I'll put the link to the playlist for the ones that have happened so far in the description box below, but keep an eye out because there are still more coming. It is only the 25th of January and they are happening for the whole month, so all the way through to the 31st. So they are really interesting to watch, and people have so many different ideas on things that they can do to make our money stretch further, and some interesting ways to save and stick to your budget. So yeah. Okay, so without further ado, this is a fairly familiar sight in our house. A roast chicken that's been pulled apart with one leg left and a quarter of a little bit of a breast. With a family of 6 to feed, a roast chicken generally only does us one meal. Very rarely there is a little bit left over to be making something else. Now I know people shred up chicken and use it on sandwiches and do all sorts of things, but what I wanted to do with my one leg, or let's say a quarter of a chicken there that's left over, so with my quarter of a chicken I want to make a whole other recipe to feed my family of 6, well the baby doesn't eat, but family of 5 then, dinner. So I am going to be making a recipe to do just that today. Okay, so I would probably get a roast chook every time we go grocery shopping. We are trying to reduce the amount of meat in our diet and go vegetarian with a view to being vegan, but we're not quite there yet. The kids and hubby love chicken. As you can see, my family of 6 makes pretty short work of the roast chicken. All that's left is that tiny quarter of breast meat sort of hanging on by a thread there, and a little bit of stuffing, but nobody in this house likes stuffing. Then what I want you to do is to inventory your fridge and freezer for any leftover random veggies that you've got. I've got half a bunch of parsley that I got stuck into, half an onion. This is a pretty sad looking freezer bag of broccoli, corn and carrot. I've got another sort of half bag here of corn kernels in the freezer. Just a handful of sugar snap peas and some leftover sweet potato, garlic and chive dip that I made for my lunches.
Hello, and do you want to come and see what I'm making? This one. Lego friends, Lego friends, Lego friends.
Lego friends, very cool.
And it's camper van 1. Camper van 1.
Cool. What do you got, buddy? Oh. What did you get, Nalia? You show us. The kids spent their Christmas money today that Poppy gave them. Who is that? Is that a purple Care Bear? What's his name? That's Share Bear, isn't it? Are you going to do some good sharing with Share Bear?
She bumps really high.
She jumps really high. Okay. So in your trusty blender, I want you to do 2 things. Blend up all of your veggie bits and bobs so that's almost like a really fine grate. If you don't have a blender, you could grate it with a hand grater, or you could just chop it up with a knife, depending on what leftover veggies you use. And then I also want you to either chop it really fine or blend the chicken as well, or your protein component that you chose. It could be beef, it could be pork, it could be lamb, fish, eggs. It could just do this with eggs, veggies and rice. So yeah, here it is, the really fine chicken pulp. Okay, so here is my chicken that's been processed. You don't even need to wash the bowl, folks, because you're going to throw it back in there once your veggies that you've got to blend up are done as well. So this is not only a budget or a penny pincher recipe, it's Mum's being slack, doesn't need to clean up recipe as well. Okay, so here it is, my leftover veg, bits and bobs, whatever you've got in the way of veggies, get it in there, folks. It's, yep, very flexible. Okay, so this is my leftover veg, bits and bobs, pureed, and I'm going to be adding in the chicken now. So the chicken is in there, and you could use any other protein. It doesn't have to be chicken. I'm just doing this one because it's a penny pincher recipe using up my leftovers. And last but not least, you're going to pop your leftover rice. If you've got leftover rice, I only had a leftover protein, and the rest I just scrounged from my fridge, vegetable wise. But I did have some rice, so I cooked the rice fresh, but I'm going to put that in the blender now with my chicken and vegetable mix. Okay, so my rice is in, lid's going on, and I'm going to blend. So here is what the mix looks like when it's all blended. So your protein, your vegetables, your rice. It's got a very thick sort of pancakey batter consistency. If yours is dry because you're not using frozen vegetables, you could add in an egg to bind it all together. If it's too wet, you could add in a little bit of flour. It's really super flexible. When it comes to cooking your penny pincher chicken and rice batter, you've got a couple of options. You could deep fry and make sort of like little balls that go very crispy on the outside, or you could shallow fry in a pan, or you could choose to do like a healthier option. And I've just got this sandwich press turned on, and I'm just going to use this here as a little bit of a hot plate and sort of grill them. Spoon, I just plop a little spoon of my mix on, and you know, shape it so it looks nice, and yeah, let it sizzle away and flip it, and yeah, let's not forget that all the ingredients in there are cooked ingredients, so it's literally just frying it for colour and warming it up. I'm going to serve it with some sweet chili sauce and yeah, maybe some noodles or something, because I've got some ramen or 2-minute noodles, so yeah, I'll show you what we do. Okay, so that's our first batch on sizzling away, and you'll notice there is still a lot of mix left over. Now I make mini ones for the kids, and I'll probably do 2 more batches of minis, and then I'll make bigger ones for the adults. You could also make like a burger sort of size and put it in a burger bun as well, and that makes it stretch even further. You'd get a lot of burgers out of this mix too.
Wheels, please.
Okay, so what I like to do is I like to use some seasoned flour. I've got my fry pan on with a little bit of olive oil or vegetable oil in it, coconut oil if you're that way inclined, and I'm going to lightly fry them off. Okay, so in here I've just got some plain flour and some Pinkerland sea salt, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my spoon, clean hands, create a little bit of a ball, pop it into my flour, roly-poly, roly-poly, and pop it on to fry. Just like so. So, roly-poly, roly-poly. Careful, that fry pan's very hot. I'm going to tighten down, pop it on fire. Yeah?
Mommy, excuse me, this hot.
Yeah, it's very hot. Don't touch. On to fry. Simple. Roly-poly, roly-poly. And pop it on to fry. And then they're sizzling away. Okay, so you can see I've still got quite a lot of mix left, and I'll show you how many I've done. Okay, so here is what they look like, all fried off. And I'll probably do 4 for the small kids each, so, and I've still got all this mix left. Okay, so I've fried off a pile, enough for my 3 bigger kids for dinner to have with maybe some noodles and some sweet chili sauce. But I just wanted to show you how much is actually left. So, you know, I've barely touched the surface there. So, you know, you could even entertain and do small ones for like little canapé type hors d'oeuvres. Super Bowl people in America, they make good Super Bowl snacks, dunk them in some sweet chili sauce, or like I said, big and make sort of burger sized patties with them and put them on a bun. But yeah, so much mix for a quarter of a breast of chicken. It's a great little penny pincher recipe. So we're going to have these with some noodles and sweet chili sauce. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll show you it all plated up.
Sorry, this is Terry's plate, the Leah's plate, and my plate's right at the back.
So this is our penny pincher chicken and rice balls with some noodles and some kale slaw.
And we're not having kale slaw for dinner. But Mummy.
They will be having kale slaw for dinner. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Okay, so that was how I use a quarter of a chicken to feed my family of 6 or 5 eaters. I know some people don't like to eat leftovers and use up their leftovers, but that would be my big tip. Is a really good way to save money is eat everything. Don't throw anything out. Use up all your food. If you're throwing stuff away, you're buying too much. Food is expensive and you need to make it go as far as you can make it go. Now, like I said in the video, we are trying to eliminate meat from our diet, so we're moving more to the lentils and the beans and stuff like that. So that is automatically cheaper for us. Protein is expensive, so if you can have more meatless meals, not only is it good for our environment and we're not hurting those lovely little animals that are sacrificing their lives for us, you know, we are, you know, making it go further. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you check out all the other videos from all the other lovely mummies that have participated in this collab.
Hello, my money tip is make these magnets. And do you want to see how beautiful they stick all together? First I need to stick them all together. There's a bunny and a teddy bear and some ice cream.
Okay, so what was your money tip, Kaylin?
And making beads.
Your money tip is to make your presents?
Yeah.
Oh, very good. That's a good tip. You say thank you, YouTube, for watching?
Thank you, YouTube, for watching. And this one's even a magnet.
And that one's a magnet too. That is really special. Who are we going to give those presents to? Are we saving them?
Nana, no, Nana.
Yep, we're saving them for next Christmas already. We're getting ready already, aren't we?
I'll just count which ones they
Okay, well,
are.
let's say goodbye.
Bye, YouTube.